Hey guys, how's it going? My name is ASF Reviews, and welcome to the long-awaited recreation of my video on the Acer Aspire E15. The first time that I covered this laptop, I barely covered it and missed tons of specs, and the quality was absolute garbage. So, welcome back. Here's the new review. We're going to go ahead and go over everything. Real quick, however, before we get on to the video, please make sure you guys leave a like on the video, as well as comment down below if you have any questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Make sure you also subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified every single time that I upload a new video. That right there is that texture. Gives you that nice sound when you scratch it. You can see here we have our port for our air vent, where all of the air is going to refresh the PC and give it new air so it doesn't, of course, overheat. Now here on the side we have a Type-C port, which is the same port as my phone. This, I believe, is for fast transfer between two C-type things. It makes sense. Here we have our Ethernet, and then we have our, what I believe is the optical port. Right next to it we have our HDMI, and then two USB 3.0 ports. Coming around here to the front of the laptop, you will see your port. As you can see here on the front of the laptop, we have our slot for a SD card, which of course this is how I get all the information off of my camera onto this laptop. You have two indicator lights here. One of them is just letting you know that it's on, and the other one over here is for when it's charged. Of course, the one that letting you know when it's on, when you open it up, it's going to go blue to let you know that the display is on, and that lights up when you plug it in. Over here on the right side of the laptop, you have your charging port for the charger that it's going to go ahead and come with. Then you have, now over here you have your DVD port, where you can put in a CD, a DVD, and then go ahead and, of course, run that file. Then over here you're going to have a USB 2.0 and your audio jack. Okay, now as you can see here, we went ahead and flipped the laptop over. Has a nice texture on the back here. What we're going to go ahead and do is show you some of the stuff that you can change on the inside, because it has a really easy way for you to be able to change out or add new RAM, as well as add an extra drive, of which I have done at this point. I do have an extra drive in here. So it does not come with that extra drive. It comes with a 256GB SSD. Now we're going to go ahead and pop this plate open. There's a little thing here that you can get under and then open up. Now we're on the inside of the PC. That's, I imagine, something to help with heat. Now, as you can see here, we have our original SSD. This is our 256GB SSD that comes with it. Here is our 8 gigs of RAM, and then over here is the optical drive that I installed. This cardboard is in there just so it can hold together. Here is one of these speakers way down here in the corner, but that's what's on the underside of the laptop. Of course, if you want to add more RAM, you can easily add more RAM. Just stick another RAM into there. Make sure it's laptop RAM, of course. And then that will be about it. By the way, installing new drives in this is really easy. All you have to do is take your SSD and set it down in there and push it in, and it will connect up with that. Then you might have a little bit issues with it staying in. If you do have those issues, put anything over here to make sure that it holds its position, but make sure that it fits between this and this, or else it won't close back up. Okay, so we now have all that stuff put back, and now we're going to get on to some other things like playing games, speaker tests, HD webcam tests, and things like that. As you can see down here, it'll tell us what we have inside of the laptop. We have a Intel Core i5-7200U, I believe, and then we have a GeForce, or a NVIDIA GeForce 940MX. That is a 2GB graphics card, and that is, of course, very useful. Now, one spec that I've already gone over is the fact that this has 8GB of RAM, as well as the base SSD is 256GB. As you can see down there, this is a 1080p HD monitor. Okay, now real quick, we're going to go ahead and do a test for the HD webcam, and then after that, we're going to do a test for the speakers, and then we're going to go ahead and get into game benchmarks. If you want to go and get into game benchmarks, skip to the time that is on the screen now. Okay, this is a test of the HD webcam, as well as the test of the built-in microphone. So we're just going to talk for a little bit here. I'm going to make some random sounds to see if I can clip the microphone out. And by the way, this is the camera we're going to be doing a review on very shortly as well. It's the camera I use to record my videos now. Okay, here is one of my songs for hoping that I don't get copyrighted. I could probably accidentally copyright myself, so let's not do that. Let's go ahead and click play though, and this is a test of the speakers at 100%.
The slashing jaws, the poison fangs that guard the subterranean nest where the beast spawns its terrible progeny. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare creature. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare creature. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare creature. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare creature. Nightmare creatures. Nightmare creatures. Nightmare creatures.
What we're going to be using to run our benchmarks is Fraps. This is a free computer program that will let you run benchmarks for your games. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run benchmarks on these specific games. We're going to be running a benchmark for Minecraft, Rocket League, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Fallout 4. Okay, quickly before we get started, as you can see here, these are our Fraps settings. We're going to have number 8 on the numpad, which is going to be to start our benchmark. We are going to be getting our FPS, our frame times, and our minimum, maximum, and our average. We're going to be doing 60-second benchmarks, so over the 60 seconds it's going to gather as many frames as it can, and then it will compile these results for us. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, as you can see here, we have all of these on their absolute maxes. We're going to go ahead, click done, and then we're going to go ahead and start. Benchmarks now starting. Okay, as you can see up there, we are now done with the benchmark. It's pretty great, and let's go ahead and get into showing you the result. Okay, here are results from Minecraft. Over the 60 seconds, it gathered 11,476 frames. We had a minimum of 144 and a maximum of 201, and our average of 191 FPS. Okay, we have Rocket League launched up here. We're going to go ahead and play online, and we'll go ahead and just do a ridiculous 1v1 duel so that you guys can watch me lose. Let me grab my mouse. Okay, let's go. I have now started the benchmark. Ooga booga. Oh! Oh, that was beautiful. That was a crispy hat trick.
Stay in your home.
Come on. Okay, it went in naturally. Okay, that's good. Okay, so as you can see here in the 60 seconds, we gathered 3,239 frames. We had a minimum of 43 frames and a maximum of 67 and an average of 53.9 frames. That is, of course, completely respectable and a really good thing to have, as a minimum of 30 would have even been impressive, so I'm just going to be doing the test in offline, as online takes literally 30 minutes plus to load, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and start the benchmark. Now remember, we're in the middle of the biggest city in the game in this. I believe we are in the middle of the city, or at least relatively close to being there, and that's going to, of course, bring us some lag. Thanks, now I got a blur, now I got a bleep, boyo, and I got a bleep. Okay, so as you can see here for GTA 5, in the 60 seconds, we got 2,236 frames, a minimum of 33 FPS, and a maximum of 47, with an average of 37.267 frames per second, which, with the area that we were in, is quite good. Okay, now I have Csgo launched up. We're going to go ahead and find a game, and then we will look at our frame times, etc. Okay, our frames are up in the top right. Let's go ahead and start that timer. I believe this guy may be hacking. I believe he may have been hacking. I like how I do really good when I'm not playing on camera, but the moment like I play on camera, I'm really bad. Like, I can get first place, but the moment that I play on camera, I get like last every time. It's done. Okay, here is our numbers for CSGO. In the 60 seconds, we got 5,757 frames, as well as a minimum of 35 frames and a maximum of 154, running at about an average of 95.95 frames per second. That's kind of cool. 57, 57, 95, 95. Oh. There we go. Okay, now I have launched Fallout 4, so we're going to go ahead and run our Fallout 4 benchmark. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start the benchmark now. And I'm just going to walk around and essentially do nothing. Here are our stats for Fallout 4. As you can see here, we have 2,871 frames in the 60 seconds, as well as a minimum of 39 and a maximum of 61 frames per second, with an average of 47.8 frames per second. Okay, so that indeed will be it for this video. If you guys liked it, please make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as subscribe, and turn on the notification. Now, this overall is an amazing laptop, and I definitely do recommend it for anybody who's trying to get into gaming and they want a laptop under $600 capable of playing nearly any AAA title nowadays. Here you go. By the way, that indeed will be it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.